后这栋大楼呢，它的名字叫 Startup Braga， 但也是在葡萄牙非常有名的一家孵化器。站在我右边的是 Startup Braga 的主管，叫 Luis。那我们也请他来跟大家详细介绍一下 Startup Braga， 然后他会带我们到里面去走一走。
So my name is Luis Rodrigues. Startup Braga is the innovation hub of the municipality of Braga. Actually, we are part of a municipal local agency called Invest Braga, a local agency created in 2014 to promote innovation, entrepreneurship, and also investment attraction and economic development. Let's look inside.
Yeah, please. Please show us.
Okay, so here we have the generation building. This is also a public equipment managed by another local municipal company owned by the municipality. We have here an intersection between culture, arts, technology, innovation, and entrepreneurship. So we can find here in this ground zero different artistic laboratories also, and in the first and second floor you can find incubation spaces where we can find different startups. Okay. Nowadays we have here at Startup Braga around 20 startups incubated, 20 incubated startups.
Right now? But how many you have
in the community?
In
the community we have around 300 startups.
300 since you said 2014?
Since 2014. Yeah, exactly. Wow. As I was saying, we have this community of around 300 startups from digital economy, software, AI, also in health technologies, medical devices, digital health, biotechnology, pharmaceuticals, nanotechnology. We have this deep connection with the main R&D institutions in the region. We also have a close connection with some of the R&D entities owned or not necessarily owned by the University of Minho.
Can you tell us what's the process? I'm assuming there are lots of applications every year to apply for this, but you pick up, you say like around 20 startups right now. So what's the process? So you're going to the board to pick up, to select startups? What's the process?
Yeah. Usually we have 3 cutoffs for our incubation program yearly, and then we invite serial entrepreneurs, investors or partners to be on this jury panel and to select the most promising startups to our incubation program. We have several programs, not beyond our incubation program. We also have some accelerators, pre-accelerators or ideation programs or open innovation programs.
So you offer different value to startups, right?
Yeah, exactly. I would say that our value proposition, it can be adapted to different levels of maturity of the ecosystem, coming from the ideation or pre-acceleration process and phases. We also have some programs, acceleration programs oriented to health tech or life sciences sector, like the Global Health Accelerator that we have just finished the first edition last week with a demo day at the Iberian International Nanotechnology Laboratory. This program was developed in partnership or co-promoted between Startup Braga, the 2CA, which is the Clinical Academic Center of Braga, where more than 40% of the clinical trials in Portugal are developed, and also with INL. So it was a co-designed program between these 3 institutions. We also had in the past different programs with INL, like Fuel, like Startup Nano, to support researchers and entrepreneurs working in nanotechnologies. Wow. So it's the way that we find more effective to nurture and to develop the local ecosystem, to co-promote and co-design and co-promote with these R&D institutions, these kind of entities, exactly to disseminate this kind of entrepreneurial approach and spirit in the ecosystem, and also to have these more effective joint ventures to also to how can I say to position Braga as a reference ecosystem when it comes to life sciences, nanotechnology, biotechnology, sustainability, and also obviously, in fact, this building was the former building of one of the national policies. So this is the headquarters
National
of...
policies?
Yeah. It won the National Rehabilitation Prize in 2014. So we have different incubation schemes. We can have a kind of a virtual incubation or on-site incubation. On both ways, we can offer these mailboxes to startups. We can manage their correspondence on request by them.
Do they have to pay?
Yeah, they have to pay. It's a kind of a symbolic fee. They pay €30 per working station. Per month.
30 euro per
workstation per month.
Okay. Or per month. Well, that's very cheap.
Exactly. We could say that it is very competitive. It's not our approach to be competitive. It's the way that we find to support entrepreneurs, of course, in early stages, and to have the capacity to select the most promising startups, even when they don't have the capacity to pay rent in an office in the city center.
But what if it's the startup come from international?
Yeah,
you accept as well?
Currently, we have more national startups than international, but we receive several applications. I would say around 200 applications per year from international startups, and we try as much as possible also to select international startups here at Startup Braga, coming from international a program from the Portuguese government, which is called Startup Visa, in which we select tech-based companies that want to develop their businesses or expand their businesses to Portugal. So it gives the possibility of conceding 2 visas to international entrepreneurs wanting to develop their or to establish their businesses here in Portugal. So it's also common to find entrepreneurs and startups from different regions in the world, and obviously from our side, from Startup Braga side, it is very interesting and motivating to have this multicultural approach to the entire ecosystem.
Right. So theoretically, even the startup come from like China?
Absolutely. These are some of the founding partners of Startup Braga, the founding partners of Startup Braga community. So we have here some legal corporates like Moraes Leitão, some tech companies like Primavera, IP, intellectual property consultancy agencies, other consultants like Edit Value, Vieira de Almeida, also some investors like Portugal Ventures, Caixa Capital, Blue Start, which is a former name of Altice, the telco company, and also Microsoft. And other examples of incubators like Startup Lisboa, also working with us.
Please start introduce yourself and also your company.
I'm Joana Figueiredo, co-founder and CEO of iDynamics. At iDynamics, we are a digital health tech startup that are develop a solution for assessing the physical fatigue and to predict the risk of injury. And for that, we are measuring and sensing the foot. So based on the foot motion, including a smart insole, we are making this analytics assessment to predict the injury risk and the fatigue accumulated by intensive physical activity. And this activity can be either in sports or in workstations that like logistics and retails where the people are subject to high physical loads.
Okay, so first of all, thank you so much for your time.
Welcome.
So you're based here, the company based here, right?
Yeah, the company is based in Braga, the north city of Portugal. Yeah.
Okay, so you are the founder of this company?
The company, myself and the company is based in Braga. So iDynamics was founded by 3 co-founders.
Okay.
And we have experience working together in the last 10 years in research, rehabilitation, robotics for rehabilitation, and rehabilitation topics about using wearables and robotics to empower human mobility and to recovery after injury. And during this course, we decided that it's time to transfer our knowledge and technology for the market.
Okay, so the research was done when you were at the university, or?
In University of Minho. It's a university based on Braga as well.
So basically you take your research from university, then now start a company based on the research you did before.
Yeah.
Okay, so from my understanding, I think for your company is a hardware company,
Yes.
right? And also on the sports tech.
We usually say that our company has three main elements.
Yeah.
One is the hardware,
Yeah.
so where we can collect the data, that this is the essential part. The second part is the software. Our value comes from the software, the way we analyze this data. So because we combine both AI algorithms and musculoskeletal models to, based on the sensor data, to estimate the injury risk level, fatigue, and other kind of performance metrics. And then we combine both the hardware, software applied for health, in this case for motor health.
Why you pick out hardware? Probably the difficult part.
Well, because we believe that if we want to deliver good analytics and provide good value, you have to, the most core element is the data. You should have reliable data. And for that, you need to have sensors to collect that information.
Yeah.
And so we could try avoid using hardware, but we felt as founders that in some way we are not providing a reliable solution for the end users.
Yeah, so you are considering the partnership for the manufacturing in Asia.
Other aspects, we in the last 2 years, we have a partnership with India, China countries, and this process, it's getting delayed for the shipping and the customs and goods process. And we didn't like that process, and so this is the other reason why we want to stay nearby.
How do you see the advantage for Portuguese startups in the European market? Do you see any advantage?
I think Portugal, for instance, we are collaborating with Germany-based companies, indeed, that they have their facilities in Portugal. And Portugal has a good image outside Europe regarding the engineering background. So they believe that we develop good engineer with a low cost and price. So this kind of, I think that is good for us to start here, because we have good manufacturers in some way, because we have searched around Europe, and the ones with a good price are based on Portugal.
Also, Portugal actually, considering a European market as a whole, so Portugal actually is very good at manufacturing. Okay, so please tell us who you are and what's your company doing.
Okay, my name is César Martins. I am CEO of Chemitech. Chemitech is a Portuguese company that makes chemicals to protect solar panels. What meaning that we are founded in 2018 with the idea that the panels need to be cleaned, and from them we already are in 70 countries and 50 with local stock, and we have a portfolio of products to remove contaminant agents from organic material, industrial material like metal oxides, cement, and the coatings, that is our technology and our IP, that we make coatings for anti-static to repel the dust accumulation on solar panels, and hydrophobics to repel when you need water, like when you have regions with a lot of snow or rain. And we are based in the north of Portugal, and we start here in Startup Braga.
So here we are now, the Startup Braga is your seed investor?
Yeah, in the first round that we have in 2019, SBS fund entering our capital with other partners in Portugal in the seed round.
Why you didn't pick up like a Lisbon or Porto as your headquarters? Why you decided
Braga,
to be here?
Why Braga? First is close, and second, we have a lot of dynamic persons that when I reach them saying, okay, I need help because I found the company, I have an idea, and I have to validate that. And they say, in the right moment, we have some acceleration programs that can help you, and we go and do that. And the second, they have a lot of network with universities, centers of research, and in the beginning is a good help, at least when you have a chemical like me, right? That we need to validate your product. The Portuguese people, you have a lot of resilience. You have good ideas, as you have in the other countries. We have a really good ecosystem. We have intelligent person that work as in other countries. It's a mix of things that can help this region as a startup. Work with startups and help them thinking more international about the challenges, the market. But it's a small country, it's 10 million people. To be a local product, I don't make a startup. I make a restaurant or a coffee.
Yeah. Do you see there are still many opportunities for Chinese tech companies to be here?
I think so. At least China is a big manufacturer, and right now with AI, drones and robotics, is a huge potential of application. One of them, for example, that we already have a line of products is for drone cleaning facades, solar panels, wind turbines, buildings. You don't need the person with the crane to go and clean the building.
If say that you take like 3 words or to describe Portugal, as what would you say?
I would say the best country in the world.
Okay, good to hear.
Because you have the culture, of course, every country have a culture, but we are a very warm person that you go for a coffee and say, where are you from? You like Portugal. Do you want to try this typical dish from Portugal? We are a very nice people, and we have good weather, everything, at least is safe cities, you don't have so much criminality, and I think it's a very nice country to live and work.
So maybe to start with, maybe you can introduce yourself and also your company.
Okay, so I'm Bruno Almeida. I'm one of the co-founders of the 4 co-founders and the actual CEO of iPlexMed. And we at iPlexMed are developing new generation diagnostic devices, essentially to cut the time we have nowadays in the hospitals for diagnosing respiratory infectious bacteria. For instance, if you are a chronic respiratory disease patient and you go to an hospital with a lung infection, usually it takes more than 7 hours to diagnose the exact bacterial agent. And during that time period, the patients are just treated empirically, which in the end contributes for the aggravation of the symptoms of those patients. What we are doing in iPlexMed essentially are new generation diagnostic devices that can cut the time to just 20 minutes. So a patient can enter the hospital and right on the time of a normal medical appointment, they know the result and can prescribe the right treatment for those patients.
So when you talking about your product, so what's the stage now? Are you still in the prototype, or is ready for the market?
It's not ready for the market. Our plan is to enter the market in 2027.
2027?
Yeah, because it requires at least more than 1 year of regulatory approval.
Yeah.
And the prototyping stage that we are now. We are a preclinical proof company, so essentially what we are doing now is proving that our technology works against the gold standard, which is qPCR. And we already proved that, so we are in the stage of prototyping, meaning that we are translating the things that we are doing in the lab in order to prototype it into a consumable. The product is composed on 3 parts. A platform, which is a small device, which is fixed, and then a consumable, which is disposable, right? And software that runs everything. So we are now developing the software, we have already the hardware part, and we are prototyping the consumable. Importantly here is that we already validated against bacteria. So it's a matter of engineering right now, for which we are also trying to find partners. There's plenty of difficulties on this deep tech with lots of science in it. Particularly because we are leveraging one technology which is not on the market yet, but it is very promising. Graphene, we all know about graphene, which is the material of the future. So it has several capacities to be used as a biosensor. And biosensors to be used as diagnostic devices, which is what we are currently doing. So mixing the nice properties of high sensitivity of graphene and mixing with our knowledge on developing molecules that can essentially capture traces of nucleic acids from bugs, let's say bacteria and virus. And so we are mixing these two possibilities, sensitivity and specificity, which are key for this new technology.
So I think to you experience, is that very common that there are many projects or many startups, actually the idea or the research started from university, then spin off from university institution?
It was not, but it's becoming more common now.
Okay.
I think for several reasons. The first is the ecosystem is more mature now, here in Portugal and in Braga in particular. You have this fantastic work done by Startup Braga. Then the university also started to create innovation departments that can help to identify new and cool projects originating from research that can be translated into innovative startups. So I think it was also the mature of the university on that sense. For us, I think it's quite nice as a Portuguese company starting in here in Portugal. It will be easy to penetrate, to start the market, but then to expand to other geographies here in Europe. And then you have to decide whether to expand, essentially, to grow. Obviously, you always look to the biggest markets because you just capture a small percentage.
Sure.
It's a huge profit, but you need to take into account the barriers. When we look to Asia, normally people look to more barriers because it's a different culture, different language. But I think we need to understand, for at least for us as a Portuguese, Macau is a good door of entry in Asia. So you have all the documents for it can be submitted in Portuguese there.
Cool.
So for us, I think there's a great opportunity there to start to entering the Chinese market as a whole, starting there in Macau and Hong Kong as doors of entry.
好，当我们说起葡萄牙，我相信每个人都知道里斯本，但也许你还不知道有个城市叫布拉加 （Braga）。今天上午我们在这里，我们聊了很多的创业公司，你会突然发现，在 Braga 这个地方非常的年轻，非常有活力，有很多的创业公司在这边做他们的新的产品、新的服务，而且他们眼光已经不仅仅只是在葡萄牙。那么就像这里所看到的，他们的眼光是整个世界 ，from Braga to the world。